for the Galio ultimate for the Xin Zhao. Not only that, you've got great ultimates across the board to pick up if you're a knight. So this is great. This bot lane would also agree.
Yeah.
I think more of a champion difference, but, you know, same difference at that point. Monkey will be able to take away the crowd, but he does get rooted. Good hook coming down, but Monkey is already very low. Forced to flash away as Beishuan is sticking on him. Great job there by Karis trying to keep him away, but it doesn't matter. It'll be first blood going over to Knight.
I mean, level up for On.
Walls could be closing in on him. Beishuan ready to go. Comes on, Root goes down to the Monkey teleport, coming in from behind as well. Knight's going to come through, but they're able to turn onto On and get the kill. See what more we're going to have. Elk is going to shift away. Bin makes his way down. Equalizer 2. Monkey trying to get closer to the Vampire. Taeyun flashes over the wall as they turn onto Beishuan, but he's able to at least... No, he's still alive. Thought he was going to trade out. He will finally go down. Taeyun will fall. Vampire will fall. Cube is stuck in a 3v1, and Disaster Strikes. BLG go to town on Team W.
Karis was stuck bot lane. Knight had the TP. I mean, Tien and... oh, God, what was that series? Tien and someone else, but... Yeah.
Hang on, Beishuan. Turn on the Monkey here. Knockup is there, but another nice equalizer coming down from Bin. Means that Monkey is dead. There's no resets to be had. Cube is put on a skewer and burnt alive. Teleport's coming in. Oh no, Karis! He's surrounded like a horror movie. The zombies go get him, and BLG are crushing it.
Well, and if you want to be the genius that he might be, you can also join us at Command Coffee and support the LPL English broadcast directly. As I think coffee is so good that the players started taking them out of the office and were stealing them for themselves. As Cube's about to get dunked.
Yeah, they're going to steal some plates. They're going to steal Cube. I don't know what to say, man. That is just really, really rough.
3 grubs and first brick, and feet secured for BLG.
Once upon a time, there was a game comparison. It was the Power Rangers versus the Hot Dogs.
Where this split one, right? Going into that, he had won 4 LPL splits in a row. And doing it the fashion that BLG's done is quite crazy. All right, TP coming in.
We're going to give it a shot here. It's going to be On, the one who's knocked up. Here comes Karis as well. On's going to flash over the wall.
Can't even get on.
Report comes in. Everybody's matched here. On's going to be out of the fight, though. Knight does have that Nautilus ultimate. They're going to spawn out On. Good job there. Able to get over the wall as Monkey.
No sums. He's dead.
Elk has nothing. He's got no mana either. So Monkey's backed him up into a corner here, and Taeyun is going to get this kill. All right, Team W get a couple of things back. Beishuan forced the flash away. Nice job there by Team WE as they're going to be on the Herald.
All right, BLG maybe a little bit overextended to take that mid-outer. They were able to knock it down, but those couple of kills could lead to a Rift Herald here. WE grouped up. Good play from them. As that TP in, they actually found a positive play, found an answer, but of course, folks coming back here for BLG.
It goes down onto Beishuan. Seismic shoved as well. Galio coming through on top of it. It's a big mess here as Knight's doing a lot of damage. Here comes the Pop Blossom. It lands only onto 2. As Knight is low, Bin is low. They got to get out of there. And all of a sudden, Team WE are starting to pick up some kills, Kobe.
Team Monkey, baby. We talked about these Viego resets, the importance of WE hitting their stride early on. Evil Witch there. And able to freeze Alchemist Max to the kill. And frankly, I mean, that's a Herald. That's the second dragon going over to WE as they pick up their first dragon of the game. And we get sold to spawn.
Opportunities now. A little bit of power in the Monkeys. He's cresting toward 2 items. Everybody's done their first item. Another nice seismic shove here from Karis as they're going to all in on Beishuan. They take him out. Vampire gets that kill. Monkey once more. So does Karis because he uses the ultimate. But Karis puts himself in no man's land. Pop Blossom lands onto 2, but On's going to go down as Monkey will get it. It ends up being a 2-for-1.
All right, bit deep from Karis, but hey, 2-for-1. Monkey's going to drop the Herald. Mid-outer will fall. And again, this comp, it's all about Viego and these resets, and Monkey has been able to connect.
Right, Vampire went a little too deep there. Got taken out to about half HP, but the Herald doing good work here. Gonna get 1 turret, gonna get a charge on the second one as well. And things are starting to tilt a little bit closer to Team WE.
Again, I mean, just all about... They're really posturing to aggressively take this, but this is spotted now. See how fast Cube can respond, because this is a numbers advantage for BLG.
Yeah, it's a stealable objective now, so let's see if Monkey wants to go for it. will not do so. It is a free Otacon on spawn for BLG. Inclined to fight over the last couple of minutes. With the teleport coming in here from Knight as they're really looking to secure not only this bottom turret, but also this dragon. Speaking of fighting, On just gets picked off once again.
That could be the dragon going over, as Chemtech Soul is what we have on the Rift, and third dragon looks to be snagged up here by WE. I didn't exactly see how On was caught out there, but a good find by WE. And the ults are not available for Team WE, so BLG with most of their ult economy up and available. Yep, supposed to be a drop for WE. Well played by BLG. Good job of making sure that he is farmed and fed as we get closer and closer to these big fights. And Knight will be big this game. Has the Seeker's arm guard now. Has picked up those nice little empowered sword shoes with the fleets as Taeyun. That Chain of Corruption goes wide. Bin might be in trouble though. He does see the Shroud.
Oh, his goose may be cooked. The monkey flashes on top of him. Bin's going to drop the ultimate down. It's not going to do anything.
Fine.
Just clear out the wave. Ezreal coming through.
Paris has TP.
Paris' shield.
This
BLG
is the second
in the mid lane here.
Second dragon in a row where Team WE has found a pick fourth that will enable them to take that objective for free. So that will be soul point secured for Team WE. A game where Chemtech Dragon has some value. That extra resist, it was doing a little bit less of just this, which is dying in the side lane for nothing. But sadly,
hang on.
dying
Look at picture in picture.
Live.
Yeah, full engage coming out here. And guess what? Beishwan is dead. And the health bars for Team WE are large right now. Cubby, this is going to be Team WE's Baron.
I mean, they can at least be forced to it. I still think it's BLG that's the stronger team. I know that it's starting to get to a point of concern. I gotta say, we've been saying that BLG is the comp that's strong and should be able to outscale against WE, but yeah, Beishwan and On have definitely had a couple of oopsies as it continues.
Another oopsie! He's just dead! What is going on?
Plus 119, he's a cannon minion.
My goodness, he's not even disguised as one.
Monkey.
Oh, Monkey, I like this. This Elk finds himself in trouble, gets stunned up,
BLG.
and he's dead too. Team WE are running over BLG. They wanted more, they got more. Flash, hook, on the base one. He's gonna ult him away. As Team WE are relentless, Cubby.
BLG, again, I wasn't taking this game super seriously for Team WE because I really thought that BLG, like as this game would go on, would be fine, but it's been WE, the only team that's been making the plays. On and Beishwan have just not been able to put it together on the map, both getting caught out individually, respectively, multiple times, as the goal lead now for WE, an inhibitor to fall, and they're kind of posturing to end here. They've got 15 seconds on the Rumble, and the Ezreal will be a Weaver's Wall that cuts them off and stops the push, but WE, permanent damage. When you're low, that matters a lot for Viego with finding resets. They didn't get to spend their gold. They did not. I like this from BLG. I know it's aggressive to start, but they're trying to pull them away from the Dragon too. Vampire has a find. On!
From the side, On! Oh yeah, On's very far out, but a good equalizer comes down. Karras has to go golden. Elk gets hooked up. And Knight with the stolen ultimate there. Vampire's low, but On and Elk survive. Monkey is trying to do what he can, but Knight's gone golden. Monkey is in stasis, and BLG turning around on Team WE and ace them clean.
The golden left hand of BLG is their savior. A beautiful team fight from Knight. He played that pixel perfect, picture perfect, as the Zanyas prevents the reset, and the abscond abduct that was pixel perfect in the back half to find the Viego. BLG retake the lead, and they're not actually even denying the Mountain Soul. They want the turrets first, or the Chemtech Soul, I should say. And again, keep your eyes on Knight for this fight, folks. This was fantastic from him. Okay, we're not even going to get the replay. We're going back to live. Chem Soul contested.
Oh, there we go. There's a seismic shove, but the equalizer comes down. BLG looking to put the pressure onto Team WE. They are very healthy, though, and Bin has no equalizer.
They force WE to bot side, the disadvantageous side. Knight, of course, can cycle out the ultimates, too, at this point, as double 18. Silas can get multiple hijacks throughout the fight.
Monkey has no GA.
Harris, they're going to burn.
Wall there. On gets denied, but Knight gets over the wall. Looking for big damage. They blow up Monkey, and it's simply front to back at this point. The Dragon's secured for BLG. The fight's going to be secured for them, too. Taeyun is desperately trying to escape, and Knight's Kingslayer heals him up too much for Team WE to handle.
All right.
The little brothers were messing around, and BLG getting the gamer position. They hunched their back, and they meant business.
Yep, the scaling kicked in here as Monkey fell first in that fight, and BLG, they've taken over. They get the dragon. They're going to wrap up the game, and it really took a heroic performance from Knight to get them back in this one. 25 pages on the Magi's when it's all said and done. We'll see if they can wrap it up on this push. I will say WE spawning soon enough to maybe contest.
I don't think it's going to happen, Gubby. Monkey's up in 5, but these health bars are not low.
Okay.
The Nexus turrets have fallen. BLG, we're not looking so good. They fumbled the bag multiple times, but Team WE could not bring it home. BLG up 1-0.
For him, and frankly, really not a lot of CC that Knight has to worry about in this game. So I like the Akali pick, and I like BLG's comp a lot, but I will shotgun to the face.
Kind of alone on an island here. We do see Knight moving over. His bot lane is 2. Slams him up against the wall. He's going to pick up the buckler, and all of a sudden, Monkey's in trouble. Good flash there, but guess what? He's stuck in a 3v1, and First Blood goes over to off.
Well, I like the Gromp take.
I like the look.
Not the Wolves take.
Yeah, it was a little
Gromp take, good. Yeah. I actually think there's a way, like with Annie mid, I mean, you could have just taken Gromp and then sprinted towards the Raptors and fought Poppy there. But a lot of power now missing. As, of course, Elk and on a little bit low on the mana, but Elk doing good work on Taeyun, who will have some help with the Nami in the health bar. And frankly, Monkey is actually just sprinting to impact that bot lane.
No.
Karras is going to die. Karras no flash.
I think we're headed to a large gold deficit early, although On is very low. He's going to try to sneak around. I don't really like this. You're going to give red buff over to somebody who you really don't want to have red buff.
At least Elk survives, and they do see Monkey. So Beishwan is actually currently taking Monkey's Raptors, and Monkey is going to help Taeyun shove this wave.
Elk?
As Elk burns his flash for fun. And I think for fun is what describes this game so far.
Couldn't agree more, my friend.
I mean, look at the jungle gaps.
Yeah.
Like, if you pick Graves, you're trying to do what Beishwan's doing to the Graves. If you're behind on Graves, I cannot emphasize enough how useless you are.
Okay. Monkey flashing forward.
Bin has flash
still. Going to try to take out Bin. Bin, as you mentioned.
Karras.
Karras, yeah. Karras almost dies to those little, the little ghosty goons.
I fear the Maiden's a little bit stronger than the Bear.
Just
white
a
buff,
little bit.
you know, for the York.
Okay, Cullen goes down as Beishwan shows up to the top lane. Manages to find the kill and punts away. And now Monkey manages to actually snipe the kill onto Beishwan. Keeping it taken to about half HP, but Ben wants this fight.
A game where, again, Team WE has to get the ball rolling quickly, and they have really failed to do so. As it is an Umbral Glaive Graves. And this Graves is already on welfare, it feels like, this game. He is really far behind.
Yeah, and we talked about how you do have good, he's doing a pretty decent job, but his health bar is getting lower and lower. On. Tidal wave coming in. As On does a classic int, and Monkey from downtown with the collateral damage will pick up his second kill of the game. In the bot lane, we're not done. Knockup is on Karras in perfect execution. That Knight will find his second.
Well, Off's in the chat. Knight able to pick up the kill, though, on the Akali into the Annie, as Karras has been sent back to Narnia, the Stone Ages.
Okay.
See what Monkey can find, though.
Dove here. Doing a lot of damage to him, blinding him as well. He'll flash away, but he still goes down. As Taeyun will find kill number 2. All of a sudden, Team WE, they've turned it up. This Vampire is just kind of relegated to heal bot here. You know, he's healing him, he's throwing some E's on him, maybe a bubble or two. A tidal wave that went off to the side, but here's a calling. All right, we have a full-fledged fight here. This Vampire is going to get the Shen ultimate, but Knight is going to go in and take him down.
Through the stand united again, Knight now 3-0-1, really big in this game as the burst damage tried to come. The one comment I will say is that going into the day, Vampire has been so good in the last few series that they have a stinker, and I wouldn't blame them for it. So I got to pass up on that one.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it wasn't good, but I mean, that doesn't erase what he's done, right? And, speaking of erasing, Knight is just erasing multiple members off of the map. going to go all the way in. He could find himself in a little bit of trouble here, but he took literally no damage from this Annie. So, I mean, that's just the power of these Merc Treads, man. As BLG, all of a sudden, the cascade has come through. They're just getting pick after pick, fight after fight, taking objective after objective.
Also, the power of an Akali in a game where CC is conditional. As in games where Akali can't be CC'd, I mean, she can really take over. As this is a very, very powerful champion if you're able to connect. Speaking of connecting, tidal wave.
All right, so I think what needs to happen is
wait, he's taking this?
Oh, okay.
Good
Night. Oh. Karis, flash for flash.
I mean, that's bold,
Knight
man.
will take him out. Yeah, that's messed
That
up, bro. I don't
that's
know if he
straight
was worth
mean.
the flash, Knight. I really don't think so.
He's.
They call him Himmy Turner.
Yep. I mean, Himmy Turner doing backflips on the rift here. Monkey, he's built a hubris, which I feel like is appropriate playing Graves. If you want to play Graves, it definitely takes some hubris. Karis clearing out the ward was enough for Knight to land the E, and that was enough to one-shot the Annie. As the glass cannon Annie, well, the Shurikens are unfortunately breaking the glass house. Now Beishwan going to try and find Q, just force the flash out.
Okay, Cube slammed up against the wall.
This play's going to continue. Now
Yeah,
Elk
he's
wants
just gonna die, man. This is just I don't really know. There's not too much more to say here. Aggro's gonna go over to Ben. And he's gonna just drop back.
last outer.
Yeah, this last one's going down, and this
3
was
grubs.
the
2.
continuation of game 1 that we expected to see.
But hey,
Is what we're
pity
seeing.
pity prizes.
Okay, not bad.
Pity prize secured. No, it's bad when we're celebrating pity prizes, Yanni.
Yeah, honestly, dude, it is a rough sledding here for Team WE as the push continues on the bottom side. Ben and Elk and the Maiden. We're going to continue to knock down these turrets.
Can we
Knight's
do
going to
this,
go in a 1v2. It ends up being a 1v3, and he immediately gets blown up. And it's a big shutdown going over to Monkey. He's got those stacks on his new phone, Hubris.
Yeah, maybe thought he was going to be able to get out of that one, but Nami tidal wave created the chain CC enough to take down Knight. Well played by Vampire. As
Servers are like, man, why did he do that?
well, at least
He
Knight
was so
smiled a
sharp.
little bit in the player cam as they were zooming in on his dead body.
Now he's got no stacks on his Medjais. What a silly goose.
That's true. That actually hurts a little bit.
That's silly Billy Gaming right there.
Speaking
He's in
of
the whole
hurt.
lands. Monkey is just so low, man.
Monkey?
Is he able to turn this around? No, Elk is going to flash on him and kill him.
That was actually kind of close. I thought Monkey
It
almost
was.
had that. Not the case, though. Looks like Monkey
A lot of things, Cubby. Let's find out. As
by mid-inner.
BLG is on their way. They're going to take the turret. Elk is going to chill out, as you said. Take mid-inner here. As Team WWE, they are S5. BLG get a little too saucy here. They could find themselves in a little bit of trouble. Knight really wants to go in on that. You can tell, but he will think better of it.
He wanted to go in so bad he had to on-throw at a scouting final spark, you know? That said, not just to scout, also to delay some of these resets, because of course Elk's gotten free time in the mid lane to take the inner for himself, working on the inhibitor turret, as now Cube. He tried to TP out, looks like the wall from Bin stopped him, as that bump was enough to get Cube out of there.
You know, that's not the first time that Pin has done that on this champion. It's such a nice tech.
It is. You know, as an old Onivia enjoyer myself, outdated champion, but of course the power of the wall. Use a lot of strength there. Well played by Ben, who has really taken the Yorick that has been bumped up, seen some changes. He's taken it with in stride.
Beishwan's going all the way in, but remember, Beishwan isn't tanky, guys. He's got a Spear of Sojin, full culling, just going to land flush on the On here.
Take it, Knight. You know you want it. All right. Oh, goodbye,
my.
Karis.
Oh! Did you see that?
What?
That was a lot of damage on that turret. I mean, I know why, but, you know, it was still a lot. He half-health that thing, man.
Yeah, I gotta say...
Beishwan is going to punt. Hold on. He's going to punt
standing
it out. Beishwan's going to walk in. Knight trying to kill Monkey here. Perfect execution, but he did get taunted. The Dragon did go over to Team WE. Meanwhile, Beishwan...
Oh.
Vampire ace in the hole. Vampire realized that he was very, very dead.
Yanni, do you think that BLG is taking this game 110% seriously?
I
answer
don't
should've been faster.
know.
Oh, okay, it was sarcastic. Well played. I don't think so either. This Poppy build is something else.
Yeah, this Poppy build is horrific, bro.
As much of a Spirit Shojin enjoyer as I am, shout out to Renekton, who
Straight to jail.
Some matchups you can go Spirit first item as Renekton. You can. Also, Ambassador drop
Okay.
that sometimes. Also,
Hang on. They find Bin on the side lane. Bin dying
That's a
on the
gift.
side lane for 0.
That was a gift.
Wants to take this inhib, but could find himself in a little bit of trouble. The minions are not going to be able to finish it off. This inhib does still stand. As BLG a little too sloppy here for my All right.
We're going to hit Baron, and we're going to find out what happens.
Why not? Why not?
TP is up in 15.
Oh, calling, lands flush on the on. He's forced all the way out. There's a couple of spells. Base one hanging around. Out this here. Knight coming
Knight
from the
scouted.
side. Bin up in about 5 seconds. 4,000 HP on the Baron here. Knight trying to grab all the attention of TWE while Monkey finishes the Baron on his own. It's stolen away by Beishwan. Double knockup is there too. Monkey will flash right into his death. They will finish off the Annie. Vampire is next on the backside. Cube dies too. And that should do it, Cubby. It is an ace for BLG. They got the Baron. They got pushing lanes. They got a game win already. And they should have a match win.
Monkey missed the smite, and BLG does not miss, as this game might have looked a little bit for fun. I'm going to say that it was, but hey, BLG, they can afford it. Knight, congrats on your double MVP, man. You were an absolute monster today, as Knight continues to be one of, if not the best players we have in the LPL, and BLG continues their undefeated streak with Beishwan in the roster.